Bradley, the morning I was going to theater, it's the morning that my marriage ended.
Oh no.
That's a story for another day.
Yes.
So I take myself to hospital.
No.
I went downstairs, met my neighbors, asked them, please drop me. I called my friend and I told her. I know she used to work at Barclays, and I told her, I'll meet you there, you drop me to the hospital, because I can't use public means. I can't afford a cab right now.
Yes.
So my neighbors dropped me there, she dropped me at the hospital, I checked myself in. I was to have the surgery at 3, but I had to be there early morning.
Yes.
So I get really in, so now we are not talking, so I organized for how my baby will be, I express left milk, told my mom come at 3 before I go into theater, I have to see my baby.
Yes.
I breastfeed him, I expressed more milk, and I went back. I went under.
Mothers.
I had my appendectomy, so like they insert here and under your navel, and I still have my CS, so you're just dealing. Yes. I remember it was 13th of February, because the next day was Valentine's.
Oh no.
So I'm thinking it's Valentine's, my marriage just ended last night, you know, like those
in
of you're done. I'm in hospital.
Goodness.
I don't have my kids. I even told my neighbor, please breastfeed my son. Because it got to a point, it's too much.
Oh,
my milk wasn't coming the way it's supposed to, so I asked her, you know what, if milk runs out, you just breastfeed.
You're taking over.
Yeah, and she did. She actually, because she had a tiny, she had a small baby also, and I was like, it's fine.
And you know, people forget that this is quite okay.
It is okay.
It is quite okay.
Which is better. Like I stress my child's system, feeding him with naan and stuff like that when there is another mother there.
Yes.
So she humbly accepted
too.
Oh,
bless her
I was saying how my second mommy, you know.
This is so interesting.
So I had to call my mom to go home and try and sort things out for me.
Yes.
So then I left, I think, on the 15th. Now I leave to have to deal, you know, you go back to this environment that is just not.
Yes.
Remember, there is this other child who has to go for neurologist appointments, etc.
Yes.
So Bradley was fine. He was bouncing. He's like joy in our life.
This is the last one. Yes.
So he was okay. We moved. Sadly, I had to move out and start. I was homeless for a few days. I was taken in by my friends with 3 kids. I was like 48 kilos after giving that.
I can imagine.
Tiny.
I can imagine.
I was so tiny.
Oh no.
Because I remember after Andrew, my body did swell. Like you'd think I was still like my body swelled at that time. Yeah.
Yes.
Like the entire body, not the way at TCG you have it, but no, my whole body, my legs, everything.
Yes.
For Bradley, I was okay, but then now I lost so much weight because of the life pressure.
Oh no.
But anyway, we moved out. I was starting life from scratch with these three tiny people that I look at, and I'm like, I can do this. You know, when you don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah, but you have to
figure
out somehow.
Figure it out.
I have to stay alive and I have to take care of these babies.
Yes.
Yes.
Those days, to afford the naan, I had to eat 1 meal a day.
Of course.
So that the kids can have something to eat. Because there are sacrifices you have to make.
True,
you know?
True.
I used to leave without knowing how I'm going back home.
Yep.
And I'm like, we'll get through this, you know? And every day I would walk to the stage. I used to tell God, this is not my portion.
Yes.
I am not unaniangalia unaniangalia jichini mimi ni mtu wa kutembea hapa.
No, this is not my portion. Amen. Amen. Exactly.
You know, what we confess is what we possess.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So I was like, and the power of attraction.
Yes.
You know, the first thing I did, I bought a car seat before. I even used to have a prop. You know, I can't afford whatever.
Yes, but you manifested it.
Yeah, you manifested, you bring it.
Yes.
I bought that the baby car sticker. Yeah?
No.
Like, because I used to see them and I used to like, you know, have you ever
imagined
the way I'm tiny?
Yes.
I'm entering a matatu with a pram. Because now I have 2 tiny kids. One in the back, one like this. Yes. And then Daniel used to help me carry my bag. So actually...
Daniel.
Always there. Yes. So we passed through it, and then guys used to think like they're my brothers. So I used to just be like, it's okay. Yes, they're my brothers. It's fine.
Look at you, Mama. Don't they look like your brothers?
They
look
still
at
do.
you glowing, looking like a 20-year-old. Yes.
So now the sad reality was now you see I'm focusing, trying to rebuild and feed these kids.
Of course.
We're still trying to co-parent from a distance. It's not working. You're still having strains.
Yes.
And I realized, Brad is also lagging behind. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So by this time, I had decided to take Andrew for assessment.
Okay.
Because he's not met his milestones.
Yes.
He started walking at 2. He was not talking yet.
I see.
At now 3, he's not talking. Brad is at 1. They're almost, you know.
Yes.
So when we went for the assessment, the doctor is, well, that's when we found out here. We were told, this one is autistic, and we think the young one, let's just observe, but he could be, he's showing tendency. Have you ever prayed? Like, do the tumezoeana like, too much, by the way, like do
how
that.
much more?
Seriously.
Yes.
They, you know, when they say, I refuse the testimony said by someone else.
Yes,
I will believe the report of the Lord.
Yes.
That is when I was like, hiyo ni yenu.
Yes.
Fine, I'll deal with this one. Hiyo ingine tutakacha. It's big. I was like, my self-comfort was, Andrew is not talking. They spend time together. Of course, he can't talk when the brother is not talking. You always have to give something.
It's true. We will always have to find a way to cope and to hang in there.
You know?
Yes.
So that was my comforter for a while, so that at least it's not too much.
Yes.
But sadly, he started getting convulsions.
Oh no.
So I'm like, it can't be. It can't. So but I remember by 2015, I had lost so much of myself because you're so involved in trying to make
like
everything work.
3 little humans.
I had quit my job.
Yes.
I had started a business. So I have this young business and young kids.
Yes.
The essence of quitting my job was Andrew needed so much appointment here, appointment there.
True.
And then now we're being told because of his stage, you need to start on therapy, speech therapy, OT. So the one day that
what is OT?
Occupational therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that the fine motor skills. Because things like holding, they can't.
Yes, they go together.
No, but he had too much strength, he couldn't retain. There's a day he broke a, like if he held something, you can't get it out.
No.
Yeah, unless he lets go, you cannot get it out.
Wow.
So you see, to teach them how to regulate and, you know, and emotions and also sensory.
Yes.
There's a day he broke a glass from that tension. No. Yes.
How old was he then?
Around 3, 4. So, so I think when he was 2013, we had the worst episode of seizures for over 20 minutes. The day we had national elections for Uhuru Kenyatta, His Excellency, there is no one. You're in a new building, you don't know anywhere.
It's
everyone
like
has
a holiday.
Gone to vote.
Yes.
There's only one car in the parking lot. I have no idea whose it is. This child, I walked down, up, started running. I realized I can't carry this child all the way to the stage. I come back, I sit, he's not stopping. Like until he was just like half gone. I called my neighbor, I called Aga, I'm like, something's going on. They're like, yeah, we'll probably be ready. So I told my neighbor, please, I don't know who this is, you've been here longer, please find me whoever it is we take. So he's like, what's wrong? I told him. And we went and Express. Then the first thing you're being asked, we need 400K because he has to go to high dependency unit.
Yes, oh yes, for admission.
Yes, and you're thinking, Lord,
wow.
Sina hata 10,000 from Fook. Where am I getting 400? I call, of course, the ex had already blocked Nini.
Oh no.
Called the dad, there's nothing they can do. Called my dad, he was in Kisii. Called my mentor, he was in a line voting. Called my best friend, he was in a line voting.
No.
Those days you're just you
Yes.
and you. Then I remembered I'd done a down payment for medical cover. So I called, I'm like, I hope something has been done. Because this is a holiday.
True.
You don't know if they started processing.
True.
So I said, God, you need to come through. There is no way. Mi hata sikuwa nimewaishika 400K
no,
hivi.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, my child needs to be taken care of. I cannot lose him at this time. So anyway, I called, they said they look at it, then they told her, I can't just start processing, we'll deal after that. So you know God comes through.
God, yes.
So they put him in HDU. I remember that day was the day my ex practically walked out those words of, I don't care, I don't give a hoot about whatever is going on. Yes, and I was like, from today, God, I am a widow.
Thank you.
You know,
it's true.
I
You
was
let
like,
go and you let God.
Yes,
Yes.
just like me, my kids, let's deal. And I took it up from that day. Actually, I think those were the last days. That was the last day there was any conversation.
Between you two.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So anyway, but see us now. God has been faithful.
That's it. That's it.
So
it's incredible.
I took a while.
Yes.
So we've been working on Andrew with speech therapy to improve his speech. He called me mom when he was 5. I waited for
but
that
I can
day
imagine
like
the
nobody's
joy.
business,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Then the first day he said that I did some intense nutrition, you know, amendment.
As a matter of fact.
Yes.
Nutrition is very important, by the way.
So we did colon cleansing, then I kept him off a lot of food, gluten, whatnot, intense. You know, when it's intense, you're feeding on one, so the entire family had to take part.
Yes.
I remember this Saturday morning, I was in bed, then I heard someone sing. And I'm like, we don't know that voice.
No.
I'm like, wait. I go to the corridor. It's him.
True.
Yeah, I told you that day I cried like a baby.
I can imagine.
You know, because he was doing Twinkle, Twinkle. And I'm
no.
like, oh my God.
That's the thing.
You
These
know?
babies are intelligent and they hold all that power within them.
All that.
Yes, and I don't mean to rush you, but tell me, how are they now? And tell me more about the organization. And while at it, tell me what inspired it, because I feel like it's a matter of whatever is there already in place. Could be our government. They're not recognizing or taking care of parents who have babies with neurological developmental issues. Tell us quickly, you know, how the babies are doing now.
No, right now we're doing okay. Andrew is, he understands everything. He follows the instructions. He can have a one sentence, but you can't engage like this. But that for me, like, thank you, Jesus, it's way better than anything, because I can send him, he'll come back. Bradley is, we discovered now it was some autism, ADHD major. You know, ADHD is the fundi of the house. He will fix what, Lord Jesus. And I think that's what keeps me young.
It's true.
And then he has this emotional intelligence beyond. Before you talk, you will know you're happy, you're sad, your friend, everyone is, like, he's the joy of the room. You will walk in and like, my friend, hi, how are you? So even if there is a dull moment, just put him there and everyone will start smiling. For Andrew, he's a bit reserved. But he's moved, he's progressed. I can't complain.
It's always
comparing
progress.
from where we came from. And this entire journey for me felt like, you know, trying to find schools, nannies is a whole episode altogether. So there was that drama to get to where we are right now. And if you look at the systems that are in place, education, health, I feel we're not where we're supposed to be. We are talking about universal health care, we're talking about leaving no one behind. But if you go to the policies in place, neurodevelopmental disabilities have been left behind. We're trying to play catch up. The thing with us as a country is we've signed all these things to just look like PR.
It's true.
And
it is PR.
You know,
it is PR.
If you look at UN, everything, SDGs, what we're there, number one, Kenya is signing. But who's checking? Who's ensuring the implementation is done? So those are the fights we are fighting with. And from the frustrations of raising my children, and from that speech that day, that I had to say that day he called me mom. So I formed an organization that's called Andy Speaks for Special Needs Persons. Because there is a day Andrew had nails in his shoe. He walked in them because he was not verbal. He could not express this is happening a whole day. A whole day. So you can imagine all the things they go through and they can't talk. So for our organization, we want to be the voice for the voiceless. We want to speak on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves and ensure that there is justice and that they're included and they're integrated into the system, because they're not any less any other child. Typical, not typical, neurotypical, they should all be equally treated. And the services and policies put in place should have a lot of equity in terms of, don't generalize at persons with disabilities. No. What is my child's disability? What does he need to make him meet his milestone, to make him live a near normal life, to make him be comfortable? Because if you realize, it's our environment that causes disability. Because if let's say someone on a wheelchair, if there were no stairs, would they be disabled?
They would not be disabled.
But now you see, because of what we have created and whatnot, that makes it very inaccessible for them to come through. So that's why we are continuing to fight. And actually, in light with that, with the World Autism Day, we are doing a ride, like a motorcycle ride.
It's actually 2nd of April.
2nd of April, So on that day, to just appreciate caregivers, because trust you me, what I like about this is like I have walked that journey.
Right.
I'm not telling anyone else's story because I have walked it, I've lived it.
Your story.
So I know where it pains the most.
Yes.
So we have organized a medical camp for special needs children so that they can be brought. Because sometimes we don't have money other than seeing the neurologist at the dental checks. We can't afford it.
Yes.
So we want people to come, especially with these COVID times, you know, we don't have that budget.
Yes.
We'll have a specialist neurologist for guys to be reviewed. Because you know, when you have convulsive disorder, you need to have your meds and everything checked over.
Yes.
So we'll be having that. We shall be having mass registration for the disability card. The National Council of Persons with Disabilities, because you're not recognized by government if you don't have that. So we'll be having that registration. And then on top of it, we shall be having the ride. And we shall be having psychosocial support. We go through a lot. You know, no one to talk to. So we want them to come and talk to specialists. So we will have counselors on the ground to just help you ease that burden, all the stress that you're dealing with. Just walk with you through that journey and see how far at least it will be better. Because if you're not okay, your child will not be okay.
And
it will not be able to.
I agree. So will it be on 2nd of April? And where will it be? And what time?
2nd of April, starting 9 a.m. Or if people go to our Facebook page, that is Andy Speaks for Special Needs Persons, or my personal page, that is Sylvia Moramo Chabo. We have the links for registration. You know, we have to adhere to COVID rules.
Of course.
So we are actually giving people appointment according to what they want to come and do, so that we are able to social distance and make sure and give people time. You'll come in the morning, you'll come in the whatever. So that will be, so someone has to go online and register. You know, and then that will be at the Kasarani Primary School on the 2nd of April, 2021. And for those who want to ride also, and also give donations, like if you have toys, if you have all that is available. You can serve. We want to set up the funds from this will be to set up, equip the autism unit at Kasarani Special. You know, so they have a special children's unit for autism. So we want to make sure that they get quality education. So if you have that, you can buy pencils, you can buy rubber, you can buy books, coloring, all those things that you know, they're special kids and they learn in a special way. They learn through play, they learn through visual, and there's a lot of activities to just help them get nurtured. So those are the things, if you'd like to participate and take part, and you can go on my Facebook page, Twitter handle, Instagram, it's Andy Speaks for, and there you'll be able to see all this we're talking about and the things that we keep on doing as we continue to engage with our government to ensure inclusion of persons with neurodevelopmental disabilities.
Gosh, I am out of words. I'm so proud of you. You are one of the strongest women I've met in such a long time. I identify with you in so many ways, but I could never measure up. I'll be happy to come on board. Yes, but I'll be happy to come on board and also use my platform to create more awareness and see if we can collect donations. And at the same time as Y254 TV, we'll be very happy to see how we can also come on board. But thank you so much for sharing your story. It's so incredible. It's blown my mind, literally. It's unbelievable how you can see this beauty of a person and you don't even know what they've gone through to get there and how many people they're holding up. Thank you so much, and I hope we can have you another time.
Anytime, I'm always ready. And he says he builds beauty from ashes. So you have to come from somewhere. Yes. There is no testimony without a test, man. So you've got to go through it.
Yes. What more can I say? There's no testimony without a test. And indeed, wow, Sylvia's story. I don't even think that was a test. That was a boot camp and everything in between. And I'm actually besides myself with emotions right now. I have goosebumps because we do not know what a person goes through for them to actually shine and smile and say, hey, I'm going to be a ray of sunshine. But in my own way, I usually say, we are here on earth for a purpose. We go through what we go through because God has to sharpen and make sure his soldiers on earth are good. You know, we have to go to war knowing how to swing the sword and also cover ourselves with the shield. Please feel free to reach out with your donations, with your contributions. Show up on 2nd of April as we mark World Autism Day at Kasarani Primary, so that we can support more of these children. If you're a government official, if you have the capacity to actually be a voice to our children who are affected by autism and other neurological developmental issues, please may it be in your heart to come out and also put your voice out there. Let us all be an equal society. It's 21st century and the world can be a better place because of things that are quite small and we are capable of doing. Again, it's always a pleasure to host our show at Tomoka Coffee. Thank you, Boss Peps, for dressing the host. Thank you, my crew, and everybody who supports this show. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for coming. And see you next week at same time, same place. Reach us on our social media pages, Y254 TV, and my Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, I think, Maureen Waititu, with your desires, queries, and everything in between. Until next time, take care of yourselves.